Mess here. Okay. 3 lessons from last week, this weekend's UFC. This is Sensei UFC, guys. We're going to show you things that you can use in the street or the cage that we learned from this past UFC. I got 3 lessons. Number 1, the Desi. Okay? He was circling, like his opponent was a southpaw. So he was circling outside his opponent and landing. And every time his opponent tried to throw something, he was gone. Because he was keeping his front leg, his front foot outside of his opponent's foot and pivoting out. When you're fighting somebody that's an opposite orientation to you, it's a fight. You have to keep your foot outside of their foot. Your front foot has to stay outside of their front foot, and you have to pivot. Because from this position, I can throw any technique I want. Takedowns, punches, kicks, elbows. But when I step in this way, there's not many, it limits his attack. He might throw a side hammer blow with his front hand or something, but he doesn't have many attacks. Okay? But I have plenty. And that's how the Desi won that fight. By circling outside of his opponent's lead foot, okay? That's lesson number 1. Practice that when you're drilling and sparring, guys. It's a very, very important, very basic skill. 2, macing. Macing. In the first round, she was throwing front kicks while her opponent was either coming in or standing there. So she was open for that rear hand. I don't think it's as important. They were saying to keep the head out of the center. But even if I put my head out of the center, you can still get hit. I think even more important than that is when your opponent is stationary or moving forward, don't throw a rear leg kick. Don't throw a leg kick with your rear leg. You're too open for anything. Even a takedown. You're open for a takedown. There's too many things that you're open for. So wait till they're either moving into your kick, boom, or moving backwards. And you throw a combination, then land it. But if they're standing still or moving forward, do not throw the rear-legged leg kick. There's just the ROI, the return on investment is low. Number 3 lesson I learned from this fight, very important one. Stephen Wonderboard Thompson, beautiful side kick, and he landed it, and Anthony Pettis went up against the cage, and for a split second, he landed it, and he just stood there. Like he was admiring that he just landed that beautiful kick, but then out of nowhere, bouncing off the cage with that Superman punch, Anthony Pettis was able to nail him and knock him out. How could he have prevented that? Move after everything. Move after everything. So if I threw that side kick, boom, he bounced off, and I moved off center right away. If you throw a punch, you move. If you throw a kick, you move. If you try a takedown, you move. Move after everything. Get off center after everything, and you're harder to hit. But a lot of people like to throw a power hook and then just stand there, and next thing you know, their opponent is countering them. Or throw a really nice side kick, stand there for a second, and their opponent is going to counter. To be honest, I mean, the way Anthony Pettis bounced off the cage, he came back a lot quicker. That's true, but that's why you should move. As soon as your front foot hits the ground, he should have been gone. You should move after everything, and those are my three lessons from Sensei UFC, and see how you can take them and use them in your training or fighting or whatever you do. All right? That's all we got, guys. Thanks for coming. Sensei UFC. Check below for my link, and there's more. There's lessons. You can actually get courses that we're teaching, make you a better martial artist. So all you gotta do is click the link below. All right, thanks for coming, guys.